In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to create professional studio lighting for cars in Blender. This lighting setup is perfect for car commercials, portfolio renders, and cinematic shots. Car lighting is not about lighting the objects, it is about controlling reflections. That's why we use big soft lights and reflective surfaces instead of small point lights. In studio shots, we focus on using 2 or 3 main lights. First, area light. Second, fill light. And finally, rim light. But what are these two planes for? One of these to create a fake shadow on the ground, and other is to control the reflection on the surface of the car. Let's jump into render view. This plane is for fake shadow on the foreground. Look at this area. And this one is for reflection on the car. Can you see the difference? What are reflection control planes? Reflection control planes are simply geometry surfaces placed around the car to shape and control reflections on the paint. They are not lights, they don't emit light. They only exist to be reflected on the car surface. Why they are essential for car lighting? Car paint behave like a mirror. What you see on the car is mostly reflected environment, not direct light. If you don't control what the car reflects, the result will look flat, noisy, and unrealistic. Reflection planes give you clean, readable highlights. White reflection planes. White planes create bright and soft reflection lines. They are used to define body curvature, create smooth highlight streaks, and emphasize doors, fenders, and hood lines. Think of them as virtual softboxes that the car reflects. Black reflection planes. Black planes do not remove light. They create dark reflections, which are just as important as bright ones. Black planes are used to separate body panels, add contrast, define sharp edges, and seal hoods. Without black planes, the car looks washed out and flat. Size, distance, and angle matter more than power. The brightness of reflection is controlled by plane size, distance to the car, and angle relative to the surface, not by light intensity. A small plane creates sharp, ugly highlights. A large plane creates clean, professional reflections. Enough explanation. Let's go into the Blender to examine the lighting of a few of these light studios together. In this scene, I used 3 lights for lighting. One this, and another this light. For the fill and main lights, make sure to use large lights to create softer shadow and more diffuse light. I use a plane for the main light in this scene and assign it an emission material to create a soft light with softer highlights. This light acts exactly like a softbox. Look at here. This light. This light is for controlling the shadow on the foreground and make some highlights on the car surface material. Look at here. This area gets darker, and when it moves close to car, this area gets lighter. Don't play with the intensity of your lights too much. Play with size and placement of your lights. This light. This light is for rim light to this area on top and hood of the car. Look at here. These were all the main lights for our scene, but I created another light to control the brightness of the background. If you set to 0, the background get to darker, and put 5000 power, the car is separate of the background. This is personally option. For controlling this dark area on the car surface, I use a control reflection plane. Look at here. If you move closer to the car, the highlights get more. This is good result for my render. For this cinematic shot, I used just two main lights. One this and another this. This light is for background as personal option. You can use it or don't use it. One is the main light for the car and other is to illuminate the foreground. This one is foreground and this is for the car. Look at here. This is illuminate the car, but this is very important light because that is illuminate the foreground here area. Look at here. This is too dark. And look at here. For the background, you can use it or not. None power and 1000 power. This is the cinematic shot. For this commercial shot, I used two lights in 45 degrees together and target the lights are at the top. This lighting setup gives you a very fade shadows on the ground. Look at here. Very fade shadow on the ground. These are two lights, target on the top and in 45 degrees together with 100 intensity. Scene number 4. In this method, I used a large main light at the top and 3 white reflection controls for the highlights in the front and a black reflection control at the back of the car to have complete control over the dark and highlights area of the car body. Thank you for watching this video until the end. In this tutorial, I taught you 4 methods of studio lighting a car for commercial, cinematic and advertising shots. And I explained how to use reflection control planes. For future tutorial, be sure to subscribe to the channel and send it to your friend. Bye.